unbelievably disturbing and bizarre historical facts most don't know, and will blow your mind. 6. Part 1. Disturbing and cursed locations around the world that will make your skin crawl. In England, the Borley Rectory, known as the most haunted house in England, has a history of paranormal activity and mysterious occurrences. Heading to Romania, Hoia Bașu Forest is considered one of the most haunted places globally, with reports of UFO sightings, unexplained phenomena, and a mysterious circle clearing. In Italy, the Via de Vecchi is an abandoned mansion with a dark history, including tales of occult practices and mysterious deaths. Meanwhile, in Australia, Port Arthur, in Tasmania, once a brutal penal colony, is haunted by the ghosts of convicts and tortured souls. In India, the Brij Raj Bhavan, in Rajasthan is rumored to be haunted by the ghosts of British soldiers executed during the Indian Mutiny of 1857. Taking the top spot is Cambodia's Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum, a former prison where thousands were tortured and killed during the Khmer Rouge regime. The site is said to be haunted by the ghosts of those who suffered. Part 2. Disturbing and forbidden rituals from ancient cultures that will give you nightmares. In ancient Rome, the tauroctony ritual involved the sacrifice of a bull in the worship of the god Mithras, symbolizing the cosmic struggle between good and evil. Meanwhile, in Aztec culture, the flaying of Xipe Totec involved priests wearing the skin of sacrificial victims to symbolize renewal. Heading to ancient Egypt, the opening of the mouth ceremony was performed on mummies to restore the deceased's senses and allow them to partake in the afterlife. In ancient Greece, the Thergelia festival included a ritual called pharmakos, where a scapegoat was chosen to bear the community's sins and then expelled. Meanwhile, in ancient China, oracle bone inscriptions were used in divination rituals to communicate with ancestors and deities. Our next stop is ancient Mesopotamia, where the Enuma Elish ritual recounted the creation of the world through a cosmic battle between gods. In Norse mythology, the bloody eagle was a ritualistic execution method involving the carving of an eagle shape into a victim's back. Taking the top spot is ancient Carthage's child sacrifice to Baal Hammon. The ritual involved burning children alive on a massive bronze statue of the god Baal, an act considered a desperate plea for divine favor. Part 3. Disturbing and creepy haunted hotels that will make your stay unforgettable. In the United States, the Stanley Hotel, in Colorado inspired Stephen King's The Shining, and is believed to be haunted by former guests. Meanwhile, in Japan, the Hotel Akasaka Weekly is notorious for paranormal activities, including ghostly apparitions and strange occurrences. Heading to the Philippines, the Manila Film Center was built on a mass grave, and numerous construction workers lost their lives during its construction. The site is believed to be haunted by their spirits. In England, the Langham Hotel has a history of ghostly sightings, including the apparition of a Victorian era doctor. In Australia, the Monte Cristo Homestead is considered one of the most haunted locations in the country, with a history of tragic deaths and eerie occurrences. Meanwhile, in Italy, the Borgvatnet Vicarage is a haunted rectory with a reputation for ghostly manifestations. Our next stop is the United States, where the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles gained notoriety for its dark history, including the mysterious death of Elisa Lam. In Malaysia, the Hotel 626 is an abandoned hotel said to be haunted by the ghosts of its former residents. Taking the top spot is Japan's Hoshi Ryokan, recognized as one of the oldest hotels globally. It is believed to be haunted by the spirit of the founder's daughter, who committed suicide, and guests have reported ghostly encounters. Part 4. Disturbing and bizarre food rituals from around the world. In Iceland, the Hakarl ritual involves fermenting and eating shark meat. The process is notorious for its strong, ammonia-like odor and acquired taste. Meanwhile, in South Korea, the Sanachi ritual features live octopus tentacles that are chopped and consumed while still wriggling. Heading to China, the yin-yang fish ritual involves frying a live fish until the outside is crispy while the inside remains alive. In Mexico, the Escamoles ritual involves consuming ant larvae, considered a delicacy with a nutty flavor. In Japan, the fugu ritual involves preparing and consuming pufferfish, which contains a lethal toxin. Only licensed chefs are permitted to prepare this potentially deadly dish. Meanwhile, in Italy, the kazu marzu ritual involves consuming cheese infested with live insect larvae. Our next stop is Southeast Asia, where the balut ritual involves eating fertilized duck eggs with partially developed embryos. In Sweden, the surströmming ritual involves consuming fermented herring, known for its pungent smell. Taking the top spot is South Korea's Byeondegi ritual, which involves eating steamed or boiled silkworm pupae. Considered a traditional snack, it is known for its unique texture and nutty flavor. Part 5. Disturbing and unsettling unsolved mysteries from different continents. In Africa, the Bennington Triangle in Vermont, USA, is known for mysterious disappearances and strange occurrences. The area remains an enigma, with no clear explanation for the eerie happenings. Meanwhile, in Asia, the Isdal woman in Norway, with ties to an unknown woman found dead in the Isdalen Valley, continues to perplex investigators. Heading to North America, the Shroud of Turin in Italy is believed by some to be the burial cloth of Jesus Christ. The origin and authenticity of the shroud remain contentious, with no conclusive evidence. Meanwhile, in Oceania, the lost colony of Roanoke in the United States, where an entire settlement vanished without a trace, remains an unsolved historical enigma. Our next stop is Antarctica, where the blood falls intrigue scientists. The mysterious red-hued waterfall flows from the Taylor Glacier and is colored by ancient microbes, creating an eerie and unexplained phenomenon. In Australia, the Tamam Shud case involves an unidentified man found dead on a beach with a mysterious code in his pocket, adding to the mystery. Taking the top spot is the Dancing Plague of 1518 in Europe, where a strange phenomenon led people in Strasbourg, France, to dance uncontrollably for days, some even to their deaths. The cause remains unclear, contributing to one of history's most bizarre mysteries. Part 6. Disturbing and haunting folklore creatures from around the world. In the Philippines, the tiyanak is a vampiric creature that disguises itself as a baby to lure victims. Meanwhile, in Russia, the domovoi is a household spirit known for mischief and sometimes malevolence, especially toward those who disrespect the home. Heading to Japan, the Kawa no Kami is a vengeful river deity that drags unsuspecting victims into the depths. In Mexico, the La Llorona is a weeping woman who kidnaps wandering children, believed to be cursed for her actions. In Scotland, the Kelpie is a water spirit that takes the form of a horse, luring people to their deaths in bodies of water. Meanwhile, in India, the Rakshasa is a demonic being known for its malevolence and shape-shifting abilities. Our next stop is Iceland, where the Yule Lads are mischievous creatures who visit children in the 13 nights leading up to Christmas. In Germany, the kobold is a household spirit that can be either helpful or malevolent, depending on how it's treated. Taking the top spot is Brazil's chupacabra, a blood-sucking creature believed to attack livestock and drain their blood, leaving behind a gruesome scene. Its name translates to goat-sucker, reflecting its gruesome legend. Did you enjoy learning about these fascinating facts? Be sure to like, subscribe and comment for more incredible Top 5 infotainment. Thanks for watching.